I know you might be wondering how these African folktales are being done, like all these beautiful African folktale stories. And then you're wondering, how do I create this kind of story? Don't worry. I'm going to walk you through how you're going to generate this interesting, catchy stories from beginning till the end using different AI tools. And you can use it to actually cash out some money, post it on your social media platforms, and you'll be paid for them, whether YouTube or TikTok, any social media platform at all. So let's dive in. The first thing you need to do is to get a story idea. Hmm? You might get the story idea from other people's story, and you can also get a story idea online, maybe from ChatGPT, but most times ChatGPT might not really give you that very interesting story that you want. I'm going to be very honest in this video. You need to give it an idea for you to go ahead and write the story for you. And if you're also very good in imaginations, like you imagine a lot, just like me, most of my stories are through my imaginations. Put them up together and then put it on ChatGPT to write the story for you. Like you give it the story idea, then it elaborates it for you. Hmm? Or you can also use people's story, then put some like make little changes. You cannot just copy people's story verbatim, like just as they've written it. It's not good. At the end of the day, YouTube might, like, let's say you post that story on YouTube. YouTube might flag the video. They might say you copied it, like it's someone's content or stuff like that. So to also prevent that. So let me not talk too much, okay? Let's head over to ChatGPT. Watch ChatGPT, okay? If you don't have an account with ChatGPT, very easy. You just go ahead and sign in. My own is already signed in. You sign in with any of your email accounts and you're good to go. Free. There's a free version and there's the pro version. So I'm actually using the free version. So now I have a little story idea in my head. Like it's not really like a full story because I need to make this video not to be so long. Okay. So I want to talk about, let's say, let me just tell you to please write a very short, I want a short story. That's why I'm telling you to write a short story. A short story about a young girl. So you know why I'm asking you to write it in simple words? I'm very interested and engaging. In simple words, most times ChatGPT will start generate like to in the story to start giving you all those like all those big words that when your audience are listening to the story, they will not relate. Like they will see it as almost like it's not relating, it's not interesting. So I always want it to be in simple words because this is like an African folktale story. So it has to be in a simple way that when you are listening to the story, you are seeing the story to be very interesting and relatable. If you get, don't want those big grammars. And then at the same time, it needs to be very interesting and engaging. And I also asked it to write it the way I asked it to write it. Why? Because most times ChatGPT want to add its own things, like extra things that I wouldn't want to see in my stories. So I don't want after generating this story, I would want to go ahead and give it another prompt until I get what I want. Okay, let's know if it's what we want. One night, a young girl named Ola was sent to the village stream very late to fetch water. The was dark and the wind was cold around. Running as fast as she could, her legs were shaking and breath was heavy. Before she could reach home, she collapsed on the ground. Very good. This is exactly what I want. Hmm? I want it to be short and nice like this. So what we will do next is very important. So now that we have our story, what we need to do right now is to generate images that we can use to portray these stories. So how do we do it? We're going to use Bing. I always talk about it on almost most of my videos that I use Bing to generate my images. But we need the right prompts that we can put on Bing to generate some images. So to make it very easy, instead of stressing your head to think of how to put prompts together, ChatGPT can help us to generate prompts through this story. So let's look at what I'm going to do now. I will ask ChatGPT, please generate prompts. Let's say about 10 prompts. Generate 10 prompts that can be used to please write instead of generate. You say please write 10 prompts that can be used to generate AI images for the story above. Bing. If you want, you can put on Bing. That's to show where you want to generate the images from. But it does not really matter. Okay. Okay. Then open into this. Let's go ahead. Generate the prompts for us right now. Okay. So now you see these prompts now. We're going to look at them. If they are not good, we'll still make some adjustments. Okay. Let's head over to Bing. B-I-N. Bing image generator. Yeah, that's it. Mhm. Okay, let's click on this one. Free. Okay, good. So right here now, we would have to put those prompts. Let's go to ChatGPT, copy one prompt and put it here. Let's go back to ChatGPT. I will still make some changes, so very important. I'm going to make a lot of changes with it. Head over, test it. A young Nigerian girl walking alone. No, I want it to be a young. If we put girl, it will generate just a girl for us. Maybe they might even give us a girl of 10 years old, 12 years old. So now I want it to be a lady. Let's change this girl to a young Nigerian lady. Young Nigerian, beautiful. I want the picture to be so beautiful, like the image of the lady, because that also attracts people to watch your video. Very important to watch the story. A young Nigerian, beautiful lady. Okay, let's describe her clothes. That's one mistake. I should have made people to understand that we need how to like the clothes. Um, she wore red flowered local attire, up like a wrapper, tied up and down her waist. Mm, walking alone at night on a narrow bush path, carrying a water can, not a water can, want it to be in a native way, carrying a calabash, a small calabash. Let's see, let's create. If it's not something we want, we still create it. It will take a little while for it loads. Okay, you can see that 4 images were generated. One thing about Bing is that it generates 4 images at once. Sometimes it generates two, sometimes three, sometimes just one, depending on just what it has to give you at that point. Okay, so let's look at these images. I'll have to just choose maybe 2 or 3, depending on what I want. If I don't like it, I can go ahead and make some adjustments in the prompt and then create another one, or leave the prompt the way it is and then click on create again so that you see if it will give us better images than this. Hmm? But for the sake of time, let's look at these images. I think they are fine. I like this one. Let's download it. There used to be an option for resize. I don't know why I cannot see the option for resize again. I'm looking for it since today. I don't know what happened. Well, let's go ahead and load it. Besides, let's say when you want to change it, give you a better, bigger, like 16:9 ratio, aspect ratio. I prefer to like resize it here on Bing before I go to my CapCut to edit. You can still resize it on CapCut if you want to, but it's always better to resize it on Bing. Let me just save it. Let me put image one. So it's easy for me to, yeah, see the image. I've already, I've saved this image before. Don't need to have saved this one as well. We just download as many as we can. It's just, it's okay. It's okay. Let's go back. I want us to do something. Let us also create, let's say we want to show that point where she was feeling scared as she was walking down this lonely path, because in the story I think there's a place where we made mention of the fact that she was scared or something like that. Okay, let us go ahead and add she was sad. No, not sad, she was looking scared. Did you notice something? We want to make our characters to be consistent, so what do we do? What we do is, this particular lady we're talking about, we don't want her to change too much. I will not touch the beginning part. What I'll be touching is only towards the ending part. You can see that I'm adding she was looking scared. Let me assume now that I want to show where she's looking happy. I will just remove only she was looking scared and put she was very happy. You get? Now I'm not touching how she looks, like her clothes and all of that. I want to leave it the way it is. Let's assume that I want to put it in a way that she was at home and she was laughing. I'll look at that part where I showed her location. I would replace it with she was at home. But I will not touch that place that says a young Nigerian beautiful lady that wore red flower, blah blah blah. I will not touch that part. I will not touch that part at all. The only part I will touch is the location and then her action at that point. Then let's say that she's still at the stream, or at the bushy part that leads to the stream. I will not touch that part. The only thing I'll be touching is the part that shows, oh, she's scared or she's happy. You see, it will give you similar person, similar image, but with different expression. That is just how you can generate consistent and similar characters. Simple, it's very simple. Okay. Then when we're done generating all of this, we can still go back to Bing where I listed those prompts. If there's another scene where she saw something like something scary or whatever in the stream, you go and look for the prompt that relates to that, copy it and put it and then make some corrections. That is just basically, you just play around it. Basically how you generate your images. Then after that, we will do our voiceover. I've not shown you the part where we did voiceover. So how do we do this voiceover? I usually do voiceover with my phone. I'm actually shooting with my phone right now. I don't do voiceover with my laptop. Why? It's because I don't have this K11 microphone that can fit my laptop. My laptop uses this kind of, the K11 microphone I have is the one that has this iPhone kind of port. Do you get? Whereas my laptop, it uses the, that's, how do I explain it? Let me show you. Assuming it has this kind of mouth here, my microphone, I could use it, plug it direct to my laptop, and then I would go ahead and do my voiceover. This is, you can see it. This is the K11 microphone I use to do my voiceovers. So after the voiceover, we'll now head over to CapCut, put everything together, edit them together, and that's it. But I've always been doing a video on how I do editing, all those stuffs. There's no problem. I'll call this part one. In the second part, I will show you how I put all of them together in CapCut. But the most you can edit, the most important thing is know how to generate the images, know how to get your story idea, then know how to do your voiceover is the easiest self. Some people use AI to get their voiceovers, but I will not advise you to do that because recently I'm hearing a lot of things that they will flag it, this and that. In fact, just use your voice. Okay. Once you have a good mic, use your voice and do your voiceovers. Just it's just like you're reading out all those stuff that the story that we've written already. That is just it. But when you are reading it, you don't have to be too fast so that it will be very interesting as your audience are looking at it. Okay, I'll do a video. If you want me to do a video where I put everything together, you can drop it in the comment section. I will have to put everything together. But at this point, I'm already getting exhausted. All right, see you guys in my next video. I'll do a part two where I finally put all of them together. Okay, watch out for the second part. So post it soon. If you really want to see the part two, just put in the comment section. You want to see the part two, And if there are questions you will have to ask, go ahead and ask them. I'll be going to the comment section to answer your questions. Okay. I love you. Bye.